Gems, gems. All I keep hearing is that somebody wanted to go out and play a whole lot of games. Is given, and they ass is trying to come back, but it's only because they ran out of tokens. Okay, whoever this person is or these parties is giving. You were always the more fun one. Okay, you were always the one that they really sought after, like being around. But how you like to have fun or the way that you show up might be a way that's not traditionally accepted, or maybe the crowd of people that they function with usually wouldn't have accepted you. So you were like the hidden gem, the hidden fun place that they like to be, that they like to go to, but they wanted to keep it all to themselves, okay? This person needed to keep the peace with you at all costs because you were their favorite place to be. So a lot of things about them, they tiptoed, okay? They teaspoon fed you versions of them that they thought would be most suitable, most tolerable. When really you were authentic, you would have accepted them and their authenticity. It's not until you started to get real personal with this person and showing them versions of you hadn't before that you were then able to see the aspects of them that were also hidden. It's kind of like the moment you started showing the universe and everybody else and yourself who you really were and what you really felt, okay, about life, about your experiences, it made it an immediate energetic ricochet where everything and everybody else around you had to fall in line as well. Your owning up to your own identity forced these people to also have to unmask themselves, whether they wanted to or not. You put them in the position where they had to choose. Are they going to continue to be themselves or were they ready to elevate? Majority of these people didn't see a need to do so, right? They had already had access to this fun place. They had already been coming and going, frequenting, okay? They were a frequent flyer. But at the end of the day, it wasn't somewhere they went to as often as they wanted to because it was something that they only benefited from it because it was I want to say infrequent. It it excited them that they didn't have access to it all the time, but it was a choice, right? It was on their terms. So it didn't seem like inability. It was just when they decided to, they can come back to it. But they never truly lost access until you put on terms to the attachment. You know, y'all, it's really given. You never set any clean, clear cut boundaries. You never made it quite clear what you wanted from the person. I think you just wanted them around, you just wanted them in your life, but you never really set up a blueprint of expectations or a path in the regard of what direction you wanted things to go in. You were just kind of letting things go with the flow. And they never gave you a sense of taking anything serious. Literally. It's like you weren't prioritizing self. You weren't prioritizing what you wanted out of these relationship dynamics, friendships, okay, family connections. So I feel like people just gave you what they wanted you to have. It's like there was no need to bring forth a full loaf if you was willing to accept the breadcrumbs, babe. It's not until you took that step back and saw the fertile ground that you stood on independently, okay? Truly saw your ability to nurture and pour into so many things that you realize, why don't I do that for self? Why am I so caught up in balancing out a dynamic that's seemingly not working for me when what does work for you is you? I think you spent a lot of time battling and realizing that it was always you versus you the entire time. What you essentially were juggling was your decisions to choose self, was your decisions to prioritize what was needed for your growth. So, although you wanted these people in your life, or you wanted to be able to have access to those relationship dynamics, you started to see wasn't shit coming from it. It's like your study bridging the gap, okay, keeping these bonds going, and you started to see every time you stretched your arm out, wasn't shit coming back to it. You giving out plenty, but wasn't nothing shit returning back to home. But more people begging ass hands. I feel like you spent a lot of time not sure if you could do it on your own. Not sure if what you were doing would work. I think you were not nurturing your own ideas enough. You were feeding into other people's ideas of themselves. The concepts that you created for these other people's, it's like you wanted them to be the nurturers, the supporters. I think you fed more into the illusions of what people could be, the potential of who they were versus what was really right the fuck in front of you. And you couldn't see yourself as a result of it. But once you cleared the fog, once you saw the forest for the trees, okay, you saw it was you. You saw that you bared the fruit, okay? These pomegranates, you bear the fruit. You have the fertile energy. You can create whatever it is that you wanted to. But first, you had to get the fuck out of your own way, okay? It's really unfortunate that many people didn't see your ability to grow. Many people didn't see where you were headed. I feel like they were so caught up in your individual experiences you were having that felt like setbacks, okay, that felt like things were in alignment for you. But things were not in alignment because you were indecisive before. You weren't really sure about what was or wasn't for you. I think that you were very influenced by your outside environmental elements, just the connections that you felt like you had to keep an attachment to. Those connections were the ones hindering you. It was you needing to let go and you having to realize that it was not a bad thing. I felt like you thought the decisions that you make will ruin your wins. You thought that not having these people with you would ruin things. I feel like you've always had a battle about choosing you. Like, that's what this whole thing has been about the entire time. You fought your entire existence against self, against picking yourself. It's like, and you got to this last, I'm hearing that last end of the road, okay? To the end of the road. You got to the end of the road, and the Most High was like, what you finna do? You're going to shatter your own dreams and blessings if you don't choose to redirect and see that these people were never your family, to see that these people were never your friends. Like, God wanted you to see you were at the end of your rope on tolerating the bullshit before you. I feel like I'm hearing like it hit the end of the road. Like, the time bomb was ticking and you was about to kaboom your own blessings. You was really just about to dismantle all the good deeds that you put out here. You were in disharmony because you could not see what was literally blocking you from excelling, from exceeding. A lot of, I'm getting toxic domestic circumstances, okay? Things that just did not serve you, that didn't have any value, that it was putting back into your life. You had to make the concrete decision to leave that door fucking shut. And I think that was the hardest part. Like, you love hard. You love family. You love friendship. You love people who you felt who loved back, loved you back. It's not until you realize these people didn't love you back. I think that made it easier. But you had to get your feelings hurt. You had to get your feelings hurt to see, damn, these people really not for me. I feel like the Most High tried to show you in softer ways, but it didn't click. It didn't resonate. So some pretty fucked up shit didn't have to take place for you behind the scenes to show you the lack of balance that these people brought into your life, so you could kick them to the curb and close the door. Because without these stabs in the back, without these betrayals, you wouldn't have chose yourself. Literally releasing fears, okay? Releasing the fear of what could be. You had to grow to see that the unknown was a greater blessing that could be bestowed upon you than dealing with what was familiar. It's like you already knew what those relationships encompassed. You already knew what fruit bared from those dynamics, or should I say what fruit didn't. So the Most High was showing you, you've been fearing the inevitable growth that you're supposed to experience. You were in fear of feeling like, if I don't have these connections, if I don't have these family members, if I don't have these friends beside me and these steps that I'm taking next, they not going to go well. Or I need these people for me to be able to excel. Like, some of y'all might have children. Y'all might have dynamics where you're relying on people for sitters or whatever it might be. And the Most High wants you to know that there's always resolution. There's always other ways to get shit done. But when you look at what's around you as being your only answers, is your only solutions, you're limiting the universal assistance that could be awarded to you, okay, that wants to be given to you, because the Most High got a vast variety of ways to support you, to bless you. But if you closed your mind off because of fear, okay, if you blocking your own blessings because of fear, not knowing how shit gonna work out, it won't work out, okay? Auspicious circumstances can't take place when you are stressed and you're putting fear and doubt into faith, okay, baby? They don't go together. Oil and water don't mix. Literally, y'all. Resisting fucking change. You had to learn to stop resisting change. Stop resisting what was inevitable, which was going to bring you to the blessings that you always been praying for. Baby, now that you released them fears, justice is here. You have manifested and created what is essentially all you needed for you to excel and move forward. The universe is blessing you because you became the co-creator of your happiness, thus changing the path, okay, to this transition you're experiencing. JazOracleEmpress at Gmail, y'all, if you need a read or inquiry, or you can book directly on calendly.com/JazOracleEmpress. I love y'all. Be happy on purpose.